guys. So can someone tell me what have we discussed in first two classes, guys? Come on, tell me first two classes. What have we discussed? Come on, guys, tell me first two classes. What are we discussing?
Yesterday
Hmm.
only discussed for need for framework and
Yeah, need for
outdated.
Spring framework we have discussed, right? Why? What is the need for Spring framework, guys? But why can't we go for servlets? Sorry, why can't we go with technologies like what? Come on, JDBC, servlets, and JSP. Why can't we go with these technologies? And after that, why can't we go with these frameworks again? Struts and Hibernate. Okay, why these all things are getting hibernate? Sorry, getting deprecated or getting uh, old, what we say, outdated, right? Can you tell me why JDBC is outdated, guys? Can someone tell me? I told you two reasons, not one. Come on, guys. Why JDBC is outdated? Can someone tell me the exact reason?
Boilerplate code is more in JDBC to do the operation.
Yes, basically in JDBC we have two things, guys. One is boilerplate code, okay? Because I told you, if there are 100 DAO classes, okay, 100 DAO classes, right? 100 DAO classes, each class contains 10 methods, okay? Each method contains five extra lines, boilerplate lines, five lines. If to get the connection, to load the driver class, to execute the query, to process the result set, and to map it to DTO. Like that, we have almost roughly five lines. So it is nothing but 10 into 5, 50 lines of code. Am I right, guys? 50 lines of code per class. 10 into 5, 50 lines of code per class. If there are 100 lines of code, okay, like that, then it is nothing but 5,000 lines extra. Okay, something roughly 5K lines extra per 100 DAO classes. If the DAO class are furthermore, these lines will becoming more and more, right? This is one of the reason. Guys, are you able to follow this line? Hello.
Yeah,
Right. And one more reason I told, guys. One more important reason I told. Can someone get the exact term? Come on, guys.
and SQL query dependency on the
Yes,
database.
I used some technical term over there. Yeah, you are right. You
Loosely coupling.
Yes, loosely coupling. You should say, sir, if someone is asking why JDBC is outdated, means this is the main reason, guys. Because at this point of time, my code query is SQL, okay, as my database is SQL database. Suppose some other next year at the same time, the requirement of client has changed to Postgres, or requirement of client has changed to DB2. Then the queries syntax will change. Then it is not a loosely coupled code, right? And again, whole code you should rewrite. Am I right? Am I right, guys? Again, you should rewrite whole code. Guys, is that right or not? So so that means there is no loosely coupling. Am I right, guys? Yeah. Uh, Now tell me why servlets is outdated, guys. Anyone? Guys, why servlets is outdated?
Yeah, so a boilerplate code is more to connect and
Yeah, because we need to capture. If suppose if the form contains username, password, we need to capture into HTTP servlet request. If you remember, yesterday I have showed that boilerplate code also. Okay. Did you remember, guys?
Yeah.
Yes, right. So if you want, you can see it again here. See, 1 minute, guys. Yeah, you can see, guys, here. Okay, so there will be some do post method. Here you can see HTTP servlet request. From that request, you need to fetch username, password. If there are 10 fields, the 10 lines is extra code or not?
Yes.
So while fetching details, from servlet request, okay, it is a boilerplate code. So because of that reason, okay, both JDBC and servlets become outdated. Okay, guys, these JDBC, servlets, JSP are frameworks and technologies. Are these three are frameworks or technologies, guys? Come on.
Technology.
Technologies given by whom, guys? Sun Microsystems. Okay, right. So I told, so the first version of Sun Microsystems, they came up with what? JSE, Java Standard Edition, that is related to core Java and stuff. Okay. Then they come up with the J2W technologies. That is nothing but what, guys? JDBC, servlets, and JSP. Okay. But after that, there was no framework from Sun Microsystems. People then VMware come up with something like Spring and Spring Boot. Okay. That is becoming the core of the whole backend now. Okay. Right. Clear, guys. But even Struts and Hibernate also frameworks only. But why Struts and Hibernate become overridden, guys? Or outdated Struts and Hibernate? I told you the reason also. Come on, guys. Can someone tell me the reason? Guys, I told clearly the reason, guys. Sonu, Rajgopal, Subbu, Rohan. Come on. I told why Struts and Hibernate are frameworks, even though they can reduce the boilerplate code. Okay, but why they have been outdated, guys? Can someone tell me?
Because they are dependent, technology dependent, coupled technologies.
Yes, they are. You know, because suppose if you see, suppose if you go to the layered architecture. Okay, let me walk through the layered architecture in detail today. Okay, guys, I told you there are three layers, guys. Can someone tell me those three layers? Anyone? The first one is what, guys? Come on, controller layer. Okay. The second one is what, guys? Service layer. And third one is what, guys? Dove layer, right? And this Dove is going to interact with what, guys? Database. Am I right? Guys, can someone tell me what is this controller layer? Anyone? I told you clearly yesterday what is the controller layer. Okay, what the purpose of controller layer? And
To
is it
provide request to service.
Yeah, basically, if you take any core Java application, I don't know how many you guys are coming from core Java only, right? Okay, so basically, 1 minute, guys. Yep, yep. Yeah. So there is a controller layer, okay, na? So in this controller layer, okay. So basically, in core Java, what is the starting point of your application, guys? Can someone tell me in core Java what is your starting point of application core Java?
Main method.
Main method, okay, right. So here the starting point is the controller layer, guys. Okay, in Spring Boot or Spring, the starting point is the controller layer. Okay, so here the thing is main method is used to start the application. Okay, main method is used to start the server. Okay, right. We'll see the once we come up with the code, we will see all those things. Okay, so in Spring or Spring Boot, main method is used to, come on, used to start our application. Okay, but it won't start the flow, code flow. Okay, it won't start the code flow. That means, if you remember in the core Java, if you click on the run button, it will ask for the input summary. That means the program has been started like that. Okay, so here the Spring and Spring Boot, there is something concept of server. Okay, so the server will be started, guys. Once the server is started, we can hit the endpoints. Okay, please remember that. Okay, basically the thing is, you know, people basically, beginners will hit. See, beginners, problem with the beginners is, okay, they will hit the endpoints directly without starting the server. They will hit the endpoints directly without starting the server. Okay, it is not that case, guys. Okay, you should start the server. First and foremost thing is, come on, the first and foremost thing is, you should start the server. Clear? Then only you can hit the endpoints, guys. Okay, clear, guys? Are you fine? Guys, these 2 points, are you clear, guys? Hello.
Yeah.
Okay, now let us get back to the here. Okay, so the controller layer is, once the application is started, the controller layer is responsible for what, guys, again? Yeah, so the controller layer is responsible for, again, to, so in this controller layer we have a endpoints, guys. Okay, so the controller layer contains what, guys? Controller layer contains the endpoints. Okay, controller layer contains what, guys? Endpoints. Okay, all the endpoints. Okay, so this, you can say the controller layer is an entry point. Okay, you can say, the controller layer is entry point. Okay, before evolution of the Spring framework, okay, people used to write the controller layer with what, guys? Servlets and struts. Okay, servlets, this is a technology, and then come up with the struts. Okay, before start of the Spring or Spring Boot. Okay, and service layer is the one which is containing the business logic, guys. Okay, service layer is what, guys? Can someone tell me? Repeat with me. Service layer is what? Service layer is holding holding the business logic, right? Okay, na? So the service layer is totally written in Java, guys. Okay, and using external APIs, using third-party libraries also we will write. Suppose if I want to send mails to the all my users, okay, I used Pillow API. If I want to use the Excel sheet, okay, I will use POA API, POI API. Okay, something like, external APIs, Pillow API, POI API, like that. Okay, there are multiple APIs. So the service layer contains business logic, guys. Okay, the core logic. Okay, the controller is responsible to capture the request, and it will call the service layer. Okay, clear? So the service layer is totally written in Java, guys. Okay, now dow layer dow layer, if any database dependency needed, if any database connection required, okay, we go with the, come on, what, guys? Dow layer. Okay, now clear, guys? Are you clear with these three layers?
Yeah.
Okay, now, so basically, struts, if you take, now I'll tell you the reason why struts is outdated. Okay, now earlier people write controller layer with struts, and service layer with the Java, and the dow layer with the Hibernate, guys. Okay, earlier, Hibernate. But over the period of time, yeah, dow layer is nothing but repository layer, Rajgopal. That's it. Yeah, dow layer is nothing but repository layer. Okay, repo layer. Okay. Basically, in project level, we used to name the package as dow, the repository packages. So that's why I gave the word dow. Okay, na? Rajgopal, are you clear? Okay, fine. Right. So earlier, before evolution of the Spring or Spring Boot, okay, till 2014, okay, till 2014, the struts framework is more popular, guys. Okay, from 2014 onwards, the Spring is becoming more popular. So till 2014, people write controller with struts and dow layer with Hibernate and service layer with Java. Okay, so now is it good or bad, guys? Controller with one technology and dow layer with one more technology, service layer with one more technology. Is it good? Is it feasible or not feasible? Huh?
Not visible.
Not feasible. So people feel like, developers and programmer community feel like, okay, why can't we use controller with one technology, service with the same technology, DAO with the same technology? Why should we integrate multiple technologies? If we keep on integrating multiple technologies, now the challenge is, okay, if we keep on increasing multiple technologies, right? The challenge is, the first and foremost challenge is, come on, configurations is the biggest issue. You need to configure Hibernate, especially in some file. Okay, you need to configure servlets in separate file. Like that, this configuration will become tedious process, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
So that's the reason developer community felt like, okay, why can't we go with a single? So then the Spring Boot became more popular. Basically, the Spring Boot, the Spring framework came in 2007, guys, and the Spring Boot came in 2014. But it becoming popular, Spring and Spring Boot became popular from 2013 to 2014 onwards only. Okay, 2007 where Spring came into market by VMware, and 2014 where Spring Boot came into market. Okay, roughly. Okay, but the thing is, till 2013, people use it with the controller with the struts layer, dow layer with Hibernate. So that's why Hibernate and struts are there in the market till 2014. But once this Spring Boot coming into the market, so people thought that, hey, why can't we simply go with everything with same technology so that we can avoid unnecessary configuration issues? Am I right? This, are you able to understand why struts and Hibernate becoming outdated? Huh? I was trying to give the in-depth reason. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, na? Yeah. Now you guys tell me what is there for controller, guys. Raj Kumar, can you please tell me what is with the what we used to do with the controller layer?
You can write endpoints
Yeah, here we will configure the
by
endpoint, guys.
using
Suppose,
post mapping, get mapping.
yes, by using postman. Suppose if you see the ClickBudge in our popular site, ClickBudge, right? Suppose in the controller layer we write na ClickBudge. Okay, so 180 for 4. Okay. Yeah, so if you write crickbush.com na, so this respective service layer, you see this total logic na, suppose if see if this is an API, guys. Okay, if you hit this API na, see this is one endpoint, right? Crickbush.com live cricket scores 116297 Australia versus India third ODI. Okay, like this is one endpoint. Okay, if we call this endpoint from the back end, we will what, guys? We will get this data. Okay, now, right? And you got it right.
Yes, sir.
We need to fetch the data. This is one request. Okay, so basically, how we will configure. Okay, simply we will configure with in the controller layer. Okay, so if so and so endpoint is hitted, if someone is hitting this endpoint, okay, so and so data is responsible to fetch something like that. Okay, it's like, okay, guys, are you able to follow so far?
Yes, sir.
Is my voice is audible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, guys, thank you. So what I'm trying to say, in controller layer, how we configure is, is like so and so endpoint. That is, suppose if this endpoint in a ClickBudge, if my ClickBudge endpoint hitted, ClickBudge endpoint is hitting. Okay, we will fetch the what? Batsman scores and bowler data and bowler wickets. Like that. So we will configure the controller in such a way. That's it, guys. And we won't be writing any business logic from the controller layer. Okay, we'll just capture the request. Okay, from the postman or the front end or the what, guys? From postman, front end, and what else you can say? Or from any external API like that. Okay, suppose basically who will call the controller layer, guys? Earlier onwards, I'm saying controller layer is the first one to capture the request. But who will call the controller layer? Come on, tell me. Okay, front end is the one, FE, front end. Okay,
Browser.
or come on, Inka, what else, guys? Postman, or any browser also. So these things will hit the what, guys? Controller layer. Okay, whatever the things we are doing from the front end. Okay, it will hit the controller layer. See, suppose if you take the ClickBudge, na, suppose if I hit this live scores, okay, then there will be an API call, guys. Okay, so see, every click there will be a API call associated with it, which will go for the controller layer. Am I right? See, it will go for the controller layer. RCS will go for the controller layer. News will go for the controller layer. Every request will go for the controller layer in the back end, guys. Are you clear? How the controller layer is getting requests? Okay, guys, are you clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And I told if before hitting the requests, I told some other thing, guys. Can you please tell me what was that? Before hitting the endpoints, we need to do one mandatory prerequisite. What was that? Can you please tell me that? I just highlighted earlier 10 minutes back. It's very basic thing I highlighted. Guys, we need to start the server. No, if ClickBudge server is up and running, that's why we were able to hit these endpoints. If my ClickBudge is down, I can, even though if I hit the endpoints also, there is no reason, there is no response, right? Am I right?
Response. Yeah.
So that's
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
telling you. That's why I highlighted. Basically, the problem with the beginners is they won't start the server, but simply they will hit the endpoints on the postman or front end. How come it will work? The first and foremost thing is the switch should on, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
The switch should on. Okay, that's what. Okay, so again I'm writing before hitting endpoints. Please make before hitting endpoints. Please start the server. This is first and foremost mandatory thing. Okay, right? Basically many students come back to me, sir, even though I'm hitting the endpoints, I'm not getting response. Why? Because you're not starting the server. Okay, right? Yeah. Now, can someone tell me what is service layer, guys? Come on, guys, tell me what is service layer and what are the technologies we used to write in the service layer, something like that. Can you please tell me, anyone? Sonu, can you please walk me through
Java.
service layer? Yeah. So basically, what the service layer contains, guys?
Process the request, logic for processing the request.
Processing the request, we have a controller layer. No, we'll capture the request and process the request, and from that we'll call the service layer. Service layer, there is some separate logic we are writing. What was that logic mainly? Namely,
Business logic.
yes, in service layer we will be writing what, guys? Service layer we will be writing.
Business logic.
We will be writing. Come on, business logic. Okay, now, right? And who is calling the service layer, guys? Who is calling the service layer? Come on.
Controller.
Yeah, controller will call the service, guys. Okay, controller layer will call service. And who will call the controller layer, guys? I told you there are multiple things. Who will call controller layer? Come on. Three things I told you.
Front end. Postman.
Yes. Front end, kavachu. Front end, either postman or come on, Inka.
Browser.
Any browser.
Any browser. Okay, you can take any browser. Okay, na? Right, okay, na? And the business logic means what? So we'll write the code in Java. Okay, mainly we will write code in Java. Okay, and if required, we go for third-party libraries. If required, we go with the third-party libraries. Suppose if you want to deal with the go with that is nothing but below. Inka, come on, poi like that, guys. Okay, we'll see in the flow. We'll see, guys. So I hope you guys are clear with service layer and the controller layer. Who is hitting who is starting and where the control is going, like that, and what are the technologies we are using, something like that. Are you clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, na. So here, yesterday I discussed something, right? Okay, common logic and business logic. Can someone tell me what is the difference between common logic and business logic? And from frameworks, what are we writing? Either common logic or business logic, or both? With the framework, what are we writing? Spring is a framework. Spring Boot is a framework. With the Spring Boot or Spring, what are we writing? Either common logic or business logic. And what is the common logic?
Business
What
logic.
is the business logic? Can you someone tell me in detail? Hmm?
We are going to write business logic using Spring and Spring Boot.
Yes, with the framework, we will be writing what, guys? Business logic only. Okay. With the framework, we will be writing business logic only. Okay, clear? Fine. And basically, with the technologies, we will be writing what, guys? We will be writing both common logic and business logic. Am I right, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. So writing common logic again and again is a time waste process. It will increase the maintenance. It will increase the errors. Okay. It will increase the exceptions. Right. So writing common logic again and again. Come on. It will increase what, guys? Maintenance of the code, maintenance time, and it
Efforts
will
of
increase
developer.
errors, exceptions. Okay. Very hard to debug. Am I right? Okay. Clear. So this is what, guys. Okay. Come on. Now comes to DAO layer. DAO layer or repository layer. Okay. Don't confuse, guys. Okay. Repository layer. Okay. Someone is asking me earlier. Okay. Tell me, guys, what it will do. Anyone? Yes. What the DAO layer or repository layer will do. Come on, guys.
Interact.
Interact with database. Yeah.
Yeah. So it will interact with the database, guys. Okay. Right. Right. Yesterday I have shown you. Okay. See, this is where, okay, you can directly, this is the repository layer, guys. Okay. See, we have written only one line. Okay. So which will interact with the ticket table in the database. Okay. Whichever the database is pointed by this application, it will interact with that directly. Okay. Na? Clear? this is one example, guys. Okay, so database. So guys, any doubts with respect to this layer architecture? And in this, I given a clear explanation why this struts and hibernate become overridden. Okay, clear?
So what is this repository term means?
Yeah. See, this is a code with respect to Spring Boot. Okay, when that time comes, I'll explain. Just for example, I copy pasted that. Okay, clear? If you want to understand other repository, you need to understand a lot of things before that. Okay, clear? Don't worry. I'll explain, guys. So, okay, is that clear? Who have asked me a doubt? Hello, guys, are you clear? Just now, someone asked me the doubt.
Yes, you can continue, sir.
Yeah. So, guys, the next class on Tuesday, 9 o'clock. Guys, okay. Monday, I'm not taking. Okay. So tomorrow holiday anyway. Monday, I'm not taking. Tuesday, 9 o'clock. Guys, okay. Next class. Okay. Please do remember that. Okay. Yeah. And by this time, once the batch is finalized, I hope that would be the last demo. But yeah, uh, I think by Tuesday our batch is also finalized. Okay, yeah, we'll see from there. Okay, how we can go ahead. Okay, clear. So let us see what are the companies that gave each technology. Come on, guys. So JDBC, Servlets, and JSP given by whom, guys? Sun Microsystems, right? And struts given by whom? Apache Maven, right? And let us see the struts Wikipedia. Okay. The Apache struts. See, guys, given by whom? Apache company. Okay. In which year? 2006. Okay, 19 years ago, guys. Okay. Huh? Written in Java. Okay. Then comes to Hibernate. Which company, guys? Red Hat. Come on, see Hibernate. Which year, guys? Again, this came into market in which year? 2001. Hibernate came in 2001, and the struts came in which year? 2006. Now we'll see the Spring framework. I think it's given by whom, guys? Red Hat,
Yeah,
right? What is Spring when something came? Huh? Spring framework. Okay. See, it was given by whom, guys? VMware, okay, na? October 1, 2002, okay? It came into market in 2002, but it gained popularity around from 2010, guys, okay? Unfortunately, because of the struts and Hibernate, it was overridden, or it was, not came into existence. But from 2010 onwards, it gained a huge popularity. But 2015, only Spring Framework is only there, guys, okay? Clear? See, current version of Spring is 6.2, okay, 2024. That is the recent version of our Spring framework. Okay, guys, any doubts so far? Okay, na. Yeah, guys. Now Spring Boot Wikipedia. See, VMware only. Okay, initial release 2014, 11 years ago, guys. Okay, it is not. See, Hibernate, Struts, Spring all came between 2000 to 2005, but this is the one which came recently. That means 11 years ago. Okay, okay, it's clear. Always trust with official documentation only, guys. Okay, don't trust with whatever the source is given on the internet. Okay, clear. So far, any doubts, guys? Anyone? Now we'll see some hierarchy, okay? So before start of the spring, before start of the spring, we used to use guys what guys? Our application is used to what? Struts and Hibernate. Okay, struts and Hibernate. Okay, Hibernate is for what guys?
ORM
Persistence layer.
tool.
Yeah, Hibernate is for ORM or persistence layer. Okay, and for development, people used to go with the struts. Okay, struts, right? Now this Hibernate is internally using what guys? Can someone tell me? And what this struts is internally using? Anyone? Come on.
Yeah.
Hibernate is internally using JDBC. Okay, and struts is internally using servlets. Okay, this is the
Servlets.
hierarchy guys. Okay, this is the hierarchy. Okay, see our earlier our application used to use Hibernate for persistence layer or DAO layer, and struts is for controller layer. Okay, na? But it is internally using again the same our legacy technologies only. Nothing new, guys. Okay, right? Guys, have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, what are the advantages of Spring Framework?
To give skeleton project.
Yeah, it is end to end. We have end to end layers and totally written in Java. Totally written in Java and free and open source, guys. Okay, right? Clear? Free and open source. Okay, na? And what is the? It is released in which year, guys? Released in 2004, and the recent version is 6.x. Okay, and when it comes to Spring has developed in modular fashion, guys. Okay, has developed in modular fashion. That means I will tell you what is that modular fashion. Okay, suppose can someone tell me what are the different modules available in Spring? Anyone? Spring Core, Spring
Spring
Context.
context. Spring AOP.
Yes, yes, yes. Spring AOP,
Spring data JPA.
Spring JDBC. Yep, yep. 1 minute. Spring JDBC, Spring ORM, Spring Web, and Spring Cloud. Spring Batch, Spring Cloud. How many guys totally? 9. So you can say Spring ORM or Spring Data JPA. Both are same, guys. Okay. Some slight difference. Okay, na? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what I'm trying to say is Spring has developed in a modular fashion. That means if you are using Spring Core, no dependency on context, AOP, JDBC like that, guys. Okay. It is not a mandate like if you're using one module, there is no dependency on other modules. Okay, you got it right. What I'm trying to say, that I hope you guys got the clear understanding over here. There is no interlinking between the modules, guys. Okay, clear? Suppose if I want to use Spring, which JDK version I need, guys? Can someone tell me? J- JVM version or Java version, JDK version? Come on, which JDK version, guys? I need. Any guesses? Guys, any guesses? Hmm. Guys, can you guess some number now? Which JDK version is minimum to use with Spring Framework?
5.
17.
Yes, minimum is Java 17, guys. Okay, 17 is the mandatory to go with the Spring or Spring Boot. Okay, and there is no relation between individual modules. Okay, no relation between individual modules. Okay, na? Right? Clear, guys? Ooh, so on Monday, sorry, on Tuesday 9 o'clock class. Okay, Tuesday 9 o'clock class. We will see what is Spring Core context on a high level. We'll see, guys. Okay, once we have done with on a high level, then we'll go with the in-depth codes of these 4 modules. Then we'll start with the Spring Boot. That is our course plan, guys. Okay, clear with the basics, guys? Any doubts so far for anyone?
Sir,
Guys, any doubts?
what is Spring Flux?
What is Spring?
Flux.
Spring Flux. That is used to communicate with the third-party APIs. Okay, yeah. See, that is not Flux is not related to Spring or something. It is some third-party library. Okay, Flux. Okay,
Yeah,
Web Flux.
okay.
Web Flux. Okay. So
Yeah,
basically,
okay.
internally, if you want to call the external APIs, we use web client. Okay, for that web client, we need web flux and all. Okay, I will tell in the as part of our course, guys. Okay, clear.
Yeah, okay.
So on Tuesday night 9 o'clock, we will be discussing what, guys, every module in detail, guys. Okay, I hope these 3 classes are clear. Huh? So once the batch, I think the batch will be finalized by Tuesday, and we will have a peaceful class. And as per the guys who have joined, we'll see the timings, guys. Okay, right? We'll adjust the timings accordingly. Don't worry, guys. Okay, clear.
Yes, sir.
And I will share the notes, guys. Okay, in some common platform. Okay, right, right. Again, thanks for joining, guys. Actually, today I thought people won't join because I on myself because I am going to my hometown as I'm requesting. Okay, and thanks for joining on my request, guys. I'm really grateful. Yeah, thanks for joining on Saturday too. Okay, really grateful. Yeah, thank you.
Sir, I have the questions.
Please,
Hello.
yeah, please ask. Please ask.
Sir, you told me yesterday to look for the yesterday's demo and come to for questioning.
Yeah.
So I gone to your yesterday's demo. I didn't find anything like what will be going to start in this course from the basics.
No, demo one, yeah. Demo one, I have explained syllabus, core syllabus, each and individual
Uh,
modules.
you
But see,
given
but
a
but
high level, sir. Actually,
yes,
I'm a
yes.
very
I will
beginner at the core only. CoreJava only I
1 minute.
know.
Yeah.
From
1 minute.
here,
I'll share.
I attended your demo. What I think is you will be directly jumping to Spring concepts only. And what I feel is when you say the terms like uh, uh,
1 minute. 1 minute.
some Spring
1 minute.
project terms, I'm not able to link the terms because I don't know these things.
1 minute. See. 1 minute. Let me speak. So the thing is, I will give you the one link. Okay, I have shared the syllabus link. Okay, in that syllabus link, I have shared the detailed syllabus sheet. Again, I'm sharing. Okay, in the chat box, I'm sharing that. Please go through it. Okay, because you can find each individual separation. Okay, because at individual level, I can't speak now on a because on day one, I need to speak on the high level modules. I need to speak. Okay, so if you go through this link now, you can get all the individual topics also in that. Okay, clear.
No, sir, that is the like DurgaSoft online terms you have started, right? Means you have given this link,
Yeah.
but what I am saying is you mentioned the prerequisite as a core Java,
Yeah.
and directly you are teaching from the Spring only. But
Yeah.
what about between the concepts like
Yeah. And
POJO,
yeah.
factory methods, boiler, singleton, synchronous, DAO layer, different layer?
Yeah, see,
What
these are all part of. See, basically, if you go with the first class, I told okay, core Java is mandatory, advanced Java is optional. I told JDBC if you learn fine, servlets if you learn fine, if you don't learn also fine. That's what I told you. Okay, and in the Spring, whatever the terms you are saying, na, all these terms will come in the Spring also. Okay, so no need to learn advanced Java and what is that servlets. Okay, sorry, advanced JDBC, servlets, and JSP. No need to learn whatever you are saying now from the basic level. I will teach you. Okay, in the Spring. Okay,
Yeah, but from this demo, whatever the terms you have used, I'm not able to relate the things with what I have learned with the core Java. Like you have taken the different terms with the Spring. So
So where you not able to
what I thought to ask is, can you make one or two lectures that
okay,
will fill this gap for
sure,
reaching till
sure.
Spring and covering for the after core Java, covering this gap to Spring, that will cover the basics of like what is that boilerplate, what is that factory methods, beans, Pojo, different layer.
Yeah, yeah. See, they see,
So
yes,
that
definitely.
so
But
because
in
if
syllabus only, the team.
what I thinking is, in between when you start saying with Spring and in between you said the terms, it's not linkable, sir.
Yeah. I understood completely. See, basically, once we started with our Tuesday
And
class,
what
now
I
you will
think
come
is
to
the
know. Okay.
guys who are over here, they have familiar term with this. So am I not fit for this class, or is it going to
See,
be different for me?
see, completely as a fresher, I completely understood your queries. Okay, if you learn core Java, it's enough. Join this course, and I will make you understand everything with the basic. Okay, beans. You are just overwhelming. That's what I can say. Okay, see, but by the names itself, you are just overwhelming. Controller, service layer, DAO layer. Okay, and today what we discussed. No, so once we see the code now, you will be clear. Okay, you will feel like, oh, is that simple? Like that you feel once you see the code. Okay, by the names itself, you'll feel like once you see the code, it is totally core Java only. Why we are overwhelming? Just but I can't start with the code now right now. So once I started with the code, you will completely understand with the basics. Okay, from the scratch. Okay, fine. Only see, trust me.
So
Learn core Java. That is enough. Okay, clear.
yeah, so from Tuesday or whatever your first class, what will be you exactly starting from in the Spring? Or what you will be exactly starting to cover. So
Yeah,
here it is not a detailed syllabus, which are the points you will be covering.
sure,
So
sure.
that's
Let me
why I
give.
raised
Yeah,
my
yeah. So
query.
yeah. Fine. So basically, in Spring Core, okay, we have some concepts. Okay, 1 minute,
You are
please.
not audible, sir.
Yeah. Am I audible now?
Yes.
Can you see my screen now?
No, screen is not visible.
Okay, 1 minute. Let me share the screen again. So basically, whatever the things we are dealing with the Spring, those things will try to replicate in core Java itself. Suppose in Spring Core, we have what guys? We have, come on, IOC container, dependency injection, and Spring Beans. Am I right? So first and foremost thing, before going for the Spring, we'll try to replicate in core Java these things. Okay, we'll try to use core Java to replicate it. Okay, fine. Then you have a better understanding. Then the linking will happen. Okay, so first and foremost thing, we'll try to derive these three by using core Java. Once you're done with those two applications, then we'll go with these things. So in this process, your linking will happen. Okay, I will try to
Okay, and
I will try to deal with dependency injection using core Java, Spring Beans with core Java, IOC container with core Java, and types of dependency injections, constructor, setter, and art field, everything by using core Java only. Okay, then only we'll go with Spring Framework. Are you clear now?
okay, and what about this basics of Jax RS? What you will cover in that?
Before
Are
starting
you
of
going
Spring Boot, I will
to?
cover. Yeah. Before starting of Spring Boot, I will cover JAX RS. Okay, JAX RS is like one more framework which I used in my last before company. We used JAX RS. Okay, that is completely overridden, outdated only. But it is very similar to Spring Boot only. Okay, no much differences. Okay, na?
But it is required not to understand the rest
Yeah.
writing.
I will give some insights related to JAX RS also. That is after Spring, before start of Spring Boot. Okay.
So what I can say, means what I should believe is that you will cover this basics classes for Pojo, beans, factories, boilerplate, and some synchronous
Yes.
writing and DAO and all that.
Yes. In core Java, and then I'll start with Spring Boot. Okay. Spring and Spring Core.
Yeah, it will be like good for very beginners, sir, because directly
Yeah,
seeing this
sure.
high
See,
level terms, it's
these
not
things.
giving the confidence that we are just
Yeah. See, these
will be
things as a
covering
primer.
that
See,
only or
one
not.
minute. 1 minute. these things as a trainer, even I know, okay, before, because I need to keep in mind for freshers and experienced people also. That's why I will teach. You see, even if my last batch, you see, if you see my recordings, there also I started with core Java applications only. Then I gone with Spring and Spring Boot. Okay, it's like that only, guys. Okay, don't worry. Okay, na? I will deal. Okay, we will learn. Okay, fine. Trust me.
What about projects, sir? I means if we do the projects, what time we will be spending on project?
Yeah, see, project means, see, trust me, there is no project we can get from the company client project. Okay, we won't be teaching any client projects here. But for each
Okay.
concept, we will be teaching one minor project which will give the exact feel of the client project. Okay, see, no one will teach the client project. See, I can't get my from my office laptop. I can't get any each at least one line of code. Also, I can't get from my office laptop. Okay, so the thing is, in this one, for each concept, I will try to replicate whatever the things we are doing with my client. Okay, one minor project for each and every concept. Okay, fine.
And what we can say is how much experience we will gain after doing this project.
So you can keep 2 to 3 years experience after this course. You can confidently keep 2 to 3 years of experience. Okay.
So it will be a full-fledged company level kind of experience we
Yes,
will be
yes, yes,
getting,
yes,
right?
yes, yes. So
Okay.
basically, our luckily Spring Boot, Spring microservices, these things company level, whatever you're doing, they are very small. I feel when compared to my teaching, right now I'm doing, I'm working with some car company. Okay, that car company, they have, the requirements, whatever we're doing, that is easy only when compared to the things which I'm teaching. Okay, yeah, that's what I feel. Okay, you can definitely have a fair advantage over the client projects. Okay, fine. Any more doubts,
Okay.
guys?
Then choose.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. So should I join this as a beginner only, right?
Yes, if you
It
remember,
will
if
it
you know
will
core
serve my
Java, that's
needs,
fine.
right?
If you know core Java, that is enough. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. And don't panic. Okay. Your name?
So no. I'm
Fine.
not panicking, sir, because what I feel is if I continue with this class, whether it will serve my needs or not. So that's a
Yeah.
basic
If you know
question.
core Java, it will serve your needs. And one more thing, for freshers earlier, if you learn
You are
core
not
Java,
audible, sir.
yeah, I'm audible now.
Yes, sir.
For freshers earlier, core Java is enough. But now, due to this recession, okay, layoffs and all, from freshers also they're expecting Spring Boot and microservices. Okay, right?
Yes.
That is, I think you also aware, right? That point.
Yes. I'm facing difficulties in getting the calls.
Yeah, understood. Right, guys, sir. Let me drop. Is that fine? Any more doubts?
No, sir.
Guys, and try to complete that payment process as soon as possible so that they can finalize the batch and we can have our feasible timings and we'll start the class. Okay, fine. And next
Oh,
class is Tuesday at 9 o'clock. Okay, no Monday, no class, guys. Okay, yeah, because I'm going to my hometown. Okay, that's the reason I have taken the class now. Okay, and again, thanks for joining this time. Actually, okay, on my request. Yeah, thank you. Bye bye.
okay. Thank you, sir. Bye.
Bye bye.